Alright, so hopefully the sound is working. Hopefully everything's working. Um, you wanted me to look at a target, and you wanted me to be descriptive as possible. You really didn't set me a target to look at that I can tell. So I am gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the order number, which is hopefully I got. Looks like I got audio. Order number F. Oh, 1313 F. Oh, 776 O C3. Okay, so that's my target. I mean, you wanted me to be as descriptive as possible. So before I get started on that, uh, I was talking to two of my friends, and the three of us were kind of chit-chatting about remote viewing, and they they saw me pick up my phone. They heard me say, "Oh, I've got a target I got to do," and so one of them goes, "Well, let's do the target." So without any prompting, uh, we explored the target, which was what your target was, because we had no clue. I hadn't looked at the phone. All I knew is that you had sent a message. So I didn't need to prompt them. They basically are already on the roll. And the three aspects that were really came into play were the flowers or garden area, the building, the young man, the 30-year-old or 30-something-year-old, and the older man. And once we've got that established, so and the heat, obviously the heat, and the fact that the guy was wearing a full sleeve shirt, a very crisp, clean, full sleeve shirt. Um, so it was interesting for me to watch. I knew the basics of all the aspects, but I still don't know what the target is. So what I try to do is I try to redirect them to the target. I try to, have them not look at the surroundings, but I had them look at the actual target. And while we never had a clear, definitive, this is the target moment, we did have some interesting aspects of the target. And one of them was a baby. I have no clue why. So, with that said, I've been front loaded with what their information, which was the young man, and that being a 30 something, the old man, possibly a father, the location, which was the rounded decorative decorative area or structure, flowers and plants, baby, and I think there's possibly ties or commitments. I'm not really sure on that one. We didn't get to explore. We didn't get to explore the ins and outs. Um, we got sidetracked a little bit and went down a different route. But anyways, the viewers that I was talking to are very good, and they are people that I work with a lot. So that's pretty much what we talked about. There's not a lot of new information. So with that being said, your target order is, wonder if this is the number, 630 56189. Alright, excuse me. So that's the order number, possible target. Okay. One of the things you mentioned in your chat was describe everything. Let's see if my co-pilot's here. Alright, nice. So I've got audio going out. Makes me happy. Um, so I'm not sure who this is or why it is, but there's someone with a raised hand, um, and it's kind of like they're getting ready to. So I'm not sure what that implies. I'm not sure what that means, but it feels like somebody is literally have their hand in a strike position. So I'm going to AOL that because I don't know if that's anything important. Um, if I could put a face to it. I really can't. I'm getting two overlapping images. One of them's a female, and the other one's male, and they're both. Um, I think it's kind of a slap. So we're gonna just AOL it. AOL, because I don't understand why they would be doing that. All right, so that's an AOL. All right, Copilot, you wanna add anything on that while I go to the next? What is this? A train? Okay. Well, just if you see anything of interest, this is either a train or a bus on this page. Not really sure. Um, Not yet. Yeah. Because see, I don't know if this is associated with the target, and this could be an AOL for all I know. The same with the lab or work. It's like it has a going to feeling, but it feels professional. Um, I'm not quite sure how to the feeling I get, and I'm not quite sure why this person's ready. So I'm not even sure that these are tied to the order or the order number. So yeah, that's the thing. A subway does look like a regular train. So I just don't know. I don't know if this is something nearby or if this is just something to be, and that's the problem. So with this particular aspect, I don't know. So I'm gonna. Oh, right here, ready to swing. Um, so there's a person lined up. I mean, have you ever? You got family, so have you ever had somebody stand there with their hand out and then they're just ready to upside the head? So that's kind of what it feels like. I mean, it's like when we were young, my brother would pretend to pinch me, and he would stand there with his hand out like that, like he was gonna pinch me. And in this case, the hand is out, and or she is ready to swing, but she hasn't swung yet. It's kind of like they're primed and ready. Um, so I mean, ready to swing means as in ready to smack the crap out of somebody. Um, and again, I don't know if that has anything to do with, but there's a male and a female, and it's not like they're upset. It's just that they want to convey something. But I put an AOL on it. I don't know if I'm going to put an AOL on the train too. Um, this target is important and needs um, clarification. So I really need to. I mean, I looked earlier, but I still couldn't get clarification then, and I was with three people. So, well, two people. So I really need to know what this target is, so I can zoom in on what the actual goal is. What am I looking for? Am I looking for an actual physical object or ramifications? Am I looking for a future event? Like, I mean, is this supposed to happen or should I do this? So, it's kind of frustrating. So, anyways, I'm going to take a picture of these two. Check the building the people are in, like houses. What people? And that's the problem. Am I checking? Am I checking the tasker or am I checking these people? So when I look at these people, they're um, they're a well-off family. They're nice house, more of an estate, but it's much nicer than mine. Um, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, to recap real quick, Young man, 30 something, old man, possibly a father, old men, I should say. One is possibly a father. Rounded decorative structure, flowers and plants, a baby, ties or commitments. And that's what we did earlier. And then so far I've gotten somebody ready to swing, somebody ready to strike, uh, possibly male and female, a raised hand, a train, and it feels like on the way to work, a professional, office building. Uh, but here's the key: it's describe everything. So all right, let me check and see if she wrote back yet. All right. They're in a nice house. So the male and or female are in nice house. So that's where the male and or female is at. They're in a nice house. Um, upscale. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because I'm just sitting here trying to do this, trying to. I know this target's important, but I just gotta kind of like a AOL. I'm gonna just put it in AOL. AOL. A lab. Defense Department. Scales. Armor. Um, overlapping. Um, issue with. I wonder what this is from. Um, reactive. Okay, I don't know if this probably nothing to do with the target, but it's like I'm literally looking at what looks almost like a turtle shell, but the scales, there's scales on it and they overlap, kind of like dragon scales. And I don't know if this is like a personal armor or if this is like an armor for a vehicle. I don't even know if this is armor, but it's cells that overlap, and it feels like it's a military or military funded. Wow, I wonder if I'm getting feedback from something. That's really weird. Alright, I'm going to AOL that, push that to the side. God, I wonder if that's cops. I don't know. I don't think that's important. So we want to describe everything. So let me look at a timeline. This is current. This is future. This is the past. This is an event. Event. Oh, heck no. Okay. What the hell? Hmm. Well, am I froze up? What's going on? That was weird. Okay. I'm going to call it Dragon Skills. Very hush hush. Alright. So, we have an event, we have the current, we have the future. So, in the future, there's an event, the timeline. Two recent events. The event that happens from time ago, emotions. I got sad, anger. Displaced. I don't know what that means. Uh, um, so the past event, something's off. Okay. So the recent and upcoming, the recent event that happened not too long ago was uh, expected. Um, Annoying. Uh, okay, thanks. Yeah, I mean, my computer, everything stopped. I couldn't do anything. So I thought maybe I froze up my feed. So if you look, it froze up when I was talking about the military dragon skills. Somebody was watching and they wanted to check all of the interesting stuff. So, anyways, uh, a recent a recent event. It was expected. It was annoying, uncomfortable, and there's going to be an upcoming event closely tied to this recent event. I don't know if they're going to be from the same. I don't know if it's going to be from this. Oh, from the same thing, or if this is completely separate. But it really feels like whatever this is and this are tied. So, and then there's a big event here. This big event is different. It feels a lot different. Actually, joy or relief, but it's a ways out. It's just something big. I wonder what it is. So there's a much older event. I'm not going to touch that one. These two, I'll touch. But this one feels good, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. It involves another person, so there's another person. Um, it's an event, obviously. Person. Um, I just I just got this image that I'm the annoying one, and I've interacted with this poor person twice now, and how funny is that? No, I don't know. It's just funny because I got like a mental picture of me being the annoying one, so that's funny. But the I don't feel. I mean, I can't say I don't feel what the other two um, viewers saw. I can't say I feel like a baby, but maybe that's part of the joy or relief on this future event. Maybe there is a baby. Um, I'm literally trying to see if there's um, something that I should be looking for, and I'm not picking up anything right offhand. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I'm so tired. The it is pretty interesting to see the how the emotions change uh, with this the events. So something about the future event does feel good, but there's a lot of other smaller events that obviously don't feel too good. um, I'm gonna try to change things. So I'm gonna try to do a quickie on your order. I'm gonna do a quick ideogram, see if I see anything on my ideogram. All right, so on my ideogram, I have an interaction. I've got a person, I've got a mountain, I've got a structure. So if I look at interaction, that brings me back up to this, the upraised hand. It's like, are they trying to stop you from doing something? Are they trying to stop you? Are they trying to stop you? So I guess that would be my question. I mean, what would the purpose be? The mountain? Yeah, I can focus on the mountain. Um, I don't know if it's a mountain. I mean, it's big. It's a spire. I want to say it feels like Mount Everest or um, God, there's two other mountains there that I can't remember their names. But it also feels like a um, well, I'll tell you what. Let me draw it. Let me take a picture. If it's not a mountain or a spire, then it's possibly a oh, hold on for a sec. There we go. Let me show you what it looks like. So literally, what I'm looking at is in the distance and then up close. So if it's not a mountain, it's a structure. And if it's a structure, it's something I'm not familiar with. It's not something I can readily identify. So, holy moly. Copilot, you're famous because one of my videos got over 300 views. So the the murder mystery that I'm doing with Travis Decker is taking off, and a lot of people interested. So I don't know if that makes me happy or sad that I'm investigating a murder. I got so many mixed emotions with this one, man. And unfortunately, I am like tied. I am tied to this guy. It sucks. Um, wow, 300 views. Okay. Where was I? Wow. Okay. Male, female, timeline. All right, let's get rid of this timeline. Oh, I tell you, I keep getting hit with the dragon scales. I mean, I'm literally getting hit with these scales, and it is just so. It's like a chain. It's like a. Dude, I'm telling you, this is driving me nuts. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, you got to keep me focused here. I get I get like sucked into this stuff, and then I can't pull it back out. So yeah, I mean like Kevlar vests, like it's like a it looks like for military application. I mean, if you want to put it on a tank, it would be reactive. Each scale protects the other scale by dispersing the force. I mean, it'd be great armor. You couldn't penetrate it with a standard bullet. 50 cal. Man, that's like I said. I don't know why I'm looking at military armor, and I don't know why I'm looking at vests, but it looks like it looks like armor or dragon skills. Okay, so anyways, the structure is tall. It's a very unusual shape. It's almost like there's spinnerets or something up top. I don't know what it is. The horizon has hills and stuff, but it's not. I don't know if those are mountains or if that's a city. So I don't know where this is at. And I don't know why this is important. This this particular place has water nearby, so there's water nearby. But I don't think this is not the target. So I think I'm dancing around the target. Like I'm just not seeing what the target's supposed to be. So am I supposed to be seeing somebody? Am I supposed to be seeing the area that somebody's going to be seen in? Am I seeing what somebody's supposed to be working on? A lighthouse. Oh, wow. Damn, it does look like a lighthouse. Wow. I'm going to throw that out there. Lighthouse. Wow. I didn't even put that together. So it does look like a lighthouse. Good catch. So the I have some sort of emotional buildup for this, I guess. So emotional buildup, emotion. Um, maybe uh, anxiety or fear or maybe even stress. I don't know, but it's kind of a it's definitely an emotion that's building up, and it has something to do with this particular change. Something to do with this change. Um, wow, God, that's hitting me like a brick. Anyways, yeah, it's important to somebody because it's like it's slamming me around. I mean, I'm literally getting engulfed in a flush of emotions. I mean, it's just really strong. So whatever this is, I'm pretty sure it's whatever this general location is it's building up emotions. So, but I can't decipher, is it good emotions? Is it bad emotions? I mean, what am I looking at? So all I know is it's almost terrifying in a way, and not not terrifying, but it's making me it's making me catch my breath. So, but I don't know if it's in a good way or a bad way. Like I said, it feels like change. It feels like there's something that's happening, and it needs to play out in order for whatever the change is to happen. So, and thank you for being here, man. I appreciate that. No, if you look, so I can't remember what my ideogram was, but there's like humps and bumps in the distance, and I don't know if those are mountains back there or if that's buildings. I don't know where this is at. It kind of feels like big rocks and mountains and stuff in the background, but I'm not really sure. Um, Let me take a look at my ideogram. Yeah, that's an important. Whatever the structure is important, and I don't know. I don't know why. Mountain. Yeah, I did call it a mountain, didn't I? The funny thing is it's white. So here we go. It's white. It's sharp yet rounded. I thought it was Everest. I mean, it's just, it felt just whew. So that was an AOL. Uh, the funny thing is with Everest, it's an AOL because uh, on Everest, I just read quite a few of the write-ups on how the bodies are scattered all over the summit. So you go climbing on Everest, there's bodies all over. They don't take them down; they just kind of leave them there, which is kind of cool. Um, I don't know. I'm not I'm not even sure where the tasker's at, so I didn't ask the tasker her location. Um, I don't know if she's on the coast or if she's inland. I don't know if she's north, south, east, or west. I get a picture of hot and green. So her location is hot and green. And it's not, but it's dry too. The air is, uh, I want to say it's not good, but maybe it's just dusty. I mean, obviously where she's at, it's okay. Okay inside. Okay inside. All right. Well, I appreciate you tuning in like this. Uh, no, I think it's Europe or below. So it's between Europe and Africa, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm having all sorts of weird glitches too, so this is kind of a cool deal. All right, let me check to see if she's up. I don't know if she's watching or not. No, it's all good. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap it. Um, the tower is important. I can't think of I can't think of anything specific that I need to look at for this. So I will let the client take a look at it and see what they say. So um, that tower is cool, and the scales are cool. I wish I could convey how cool the scales are, because I mean it literally looks like grown scales. It looks like fish scales. Fish scales are a good example, and they're grown, and they're really tough, and they're fireproof. So go figure. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you for joining me there, co-pilot. And one of these days we'll have to get together and do a live view. So one of these days. Anyways, I'm gonna bail. I'll let you know if I've got another view, if she actually gets a hold of me and she wants me to look at something specific that we saw. So if there's something specific, then we'll set it up and do another one later. So all right. Well, thank you very much, man. Catch you guys later.